You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Good morning. You know, if it's one thing Combat Radio knows, or that we know around here, is that we have the privilege of working for the listener. And as this show has grown to have fan clubs in over 35 countries, everywhere from South Africa to Thailand to Germany, Portugal, Russia, even the Bahamas, you know, we've never lost sight of what our responsibilities are to the listeners. And there's one thing we all have in common, and that is Starbucks coffee. And, you know, you can find a Starbucks barista at the base of Mount Everest now. You can find Starbucks in the rainforest. You can find them in every mall, in every neighborhood. And Saturday night, after wrapping a day of the Combat Radio film, I take my family out to dinner in Pasadena, and we go through a walk of my old neighborhood on Colorado Boulevard, where my 10-year-old daughter, philanthropic Gandhi that she is, sees a line of homeless people basically bivouac down the boulevard as they've always been. And she immediately says to me, "Dad, can I get some money to give to the homeless?" And I said, "Yeah, in fact, let's go into this Starbucks and we'll break a $5 and you can give $1 to each of them." So I give the money to my kid so she can practice her arithmetic skills, and she walks up to the counter where the clerk, named Christine, says, "Oh, we don't do that. I can't open my register to give you change." And my kid looks at me a little dejected, and my wife says, "Well, can she swap it out? Can she give it to you and you swap it out of your tip jar?" "No, I'm not going to do that either." And my wife says, "Well, she wants to give some money to the homeless people. Would you consider doing it in this particular case?" "No." At which point I say, "I want your name because I've got this store's number. Because quite frankly, right now I'm embarrassed that you're even in my town. And you should be ashamed of yourself, and you and every other clerk like you in this company should be re-educated into what it means to operate in this town and to sponge money off of this town's citizenship to support your business when a 10-year-old wants to do some kindness and is asking for change in $5. And she sat there with that dumb, blank, I don't have any initiative look on her face. And I thought to myself, the nerve of this company setting up shop here to overcharge for their umbrella drinks that make everyone achieve diabetes at an early age, and they're not going to give this kid. You know, let me tell you something else. A 10-year-old girl needs encouragement to continue to do good and help people and do the right thing. And when you say something as simple and as Nazi bureaucratic as "I'm not going to swap out $5 in change so you can give it to the homeless," you're basically slamming the door in her face. Kids need encouragement to do good. They don't need your stupid policies, you drone. When somebody wants to help someone, you encourage the effort to help. You don't stomp on it, which is what this Starbucks employee, and if it is Starbucks policy, Starbucks itself is doing. You want to put a Starbucks in every natural preserve and in every neighborhood and squash every mom and pop business and the families that depend on them, but you won't give $5 in change. And I'm not asking for $5. I'm asking you to break a $5. You won't give it to a 10-year-old who wants to hand ones to homeless people. You won't even offer that continual encouragement she needs to help. What are you about, Starbucks? Because right now, quite frankly, I'm embarrassed you're even in my town. You should be ashamed of yourself and all your employees. Kindness has gone out the window a long time ago with your company. Venti this, venti that. I don't even get a hello most of the time. But you should be embarrassed, and all your employees need to be re-educated. Because right now they're taking the walk of shame, like Cain through the fucking desert. You should be embarrassed. Because I'm embarrassed for you. I'm embarrassed I was even standing in that Starbucks. And right now, I'm ready to reach out to the 35-plus fan clubs in every country, practically, where the civilized sun rises and sets, and say, I think it's time to boycott these people. They've stepped on enough small businesses. They've overcharged you enough to get diabetes with their umbrella drinks. That's what I think. I'm leaning towards boycott. And this, just so you know, is the Starbucks on Colorado Boulevard, couple blocks up from Raymond, attached to the Barnes & Noble in Pasadena. Oh, you know the one. You know the one. You know it so well, you're going to go there today and tell them that it's over for them. We want them out of this neighborhood. This is Combat Radio.
You're listening to Combat Radio with Ethan Dettenmeyer, right here on LA Talk Radio.